Hey guys. Yeah.
Oh, we're so sorry. Your flight got delayed and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's like bad weather everywhere.
I know.
I haven't seen you.
What about this guy?
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on the podcast.
Wow, this is so. I love it.
Yeah.
This is so.
I mean, I'm just like, I didn't expect it to be this official. This is really great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know
I
how
love
we
it.
do.
It's pretty chill already.
And now I know
rolling.
how you do. I know now.
Oh man, we're so
I
excited
love
to have
it.
you. So this is the Youth Nation podcast. This is for Elevation Youth.
Nice.
Yes. So we're stoked. It's so chill. Like we got water right here for you if you need water or whatever.
you.
I know you just got off the
You
flight.
feel some fries?
Yeah, we. Literally
I was
just
like,
got
what am I
Mc-
smelling? Some corn chips or something else over in there?
She's like, yo, you guys
Fries.
are gross.
You guys are
No,
disgusting.
no, it smells good.
Yeah, we got some extra
hungry?
fries if you
No,
need
no.
some. You know.
Yeah.
No, but anyway, we're so stoked to have you. We always start off the podcast with a little game, you know?
Oh,
keep
no.
things loose, keep things light.
Okay.
So the game we're going to play today is if worship leaders weren't worship leaders.
Yeah.
So we're going to name some people, and you're going to give us an occupation that they would be doing if they weren't a worship leader. So who's our first one?
Lecrae.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I mean, come
Wait,
on,
it
guys.
was if artists were
Lecrae
artists,
would
by the
be,
way.
artists
Silly
he'd be an
group. It's just
NBA
not worship
star.
leaders.
We know that.
Oh.
Wait, he's
It's
a
so
what?
easy,
NBA
right?
star.
NBA star.
Yeah, he's got the hype for it. For
He's
sure.
definitely.
Yeah.
He's
Dude,
built too.
when
He's like
we-
in shape.
Yeah.
Yes, bro. I knew he was like tall and big, and then we did the podcast
Dude,
with
he's
him.
huge.
And I
Yeah.
dapped him up, and I like just like fit in his stomach. You know, it was like right at belly button level. You know?
Right? You'd be doing shot put.
Bro,
Speed.
literally.
That's
Field.
crazy.
Yeah, that's
The
great.
high jump
The high jump.
for the Olympics.
All right, next one up. Nate Diaz. Oh.
Duh. Nate would be in fashion.
Oh, wow.
can
That's
see
it.
it.
Such
And
a
you would
compliment.
own a nice club.
Oh, yes. What you would?
Bro, you and Joel have this image of me just being some creep in Miami. Well, not creep.
I
A
said
successful
nice.
Don.
I didn't say
Right.
creepy club. I said
Yeah, yeah.
nice.
Nice.
Yeah, it'd be
club.
nice. Yeah.
Bougie.
Bougie, yeah.
You have to have a certain
I would
like
come
level
and you'd
of...
be like, "Oh, hermana, let's go to the table in the back."
Yeah.
You know,
Hermana, let's go to the
go
table.
to the back, yeah.
It's
You'd
true.
be
No,
roped
that
off.
sounds like a creepy
and all white.
promoter.
You're right.
No, it would be a
That's
very
nuts.
nice Caribbean experience.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
I
He's
would
an
call
island
it
boy.
I'm glad you're here to
Encanto.
defend yourself.
Right?
Yeah.
I know. We should ask that when you weren't here, dang it. That's so funny. Who's the next one?
Number Travis Green.
Travis Green would be a comedian.
Yeah, he is. He's
He's
a
mad
pretty
funny?
Guy.
Mad funny.
Oh, he's hilarious.
I haven't talked to him.
I mean, he's just full of energy. You're
Right.
going to laugh.
Right,
Right.
100%.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's that type of guy.
That's
Or a
sweet.
talk show host.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah,
I think so.
I can see
That'd
it.
be cool.
I can see it.
That's
All right,
dope.
so you have an absolute banger of a single out.
Thank you.
Lead us again.
Thank
What was
you.
the inspiration behind writing that song?
We were just like in the writing session with this guy named Ethan Holes, if I can get his name right. And oh no, can't forget the other guy's name. Tommy Iceland.
Oh, yeah, he's a legend.
Tommy.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
been with him before.
And he's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, we were just talking about the church and where we were, and there was this revival happening at Abbey, the school.
Asbury.
Asbury.
Abbey.
Oh my God.
Holy
At Downton
Abbey.
Abbey. At Downton Abbey, there was a revival happening at Downton Abbey at Asbury, and we were talking because
Sorry.
Nate is literally
That just
losing his
popped.
mind.
I'm sorry.
I didn't sleep last night.
There's
Camera.
There's a,
You
there's a,
Talk right
there was a
into that
revival
one right
happening.
there.
sleep last night.
Abby. All right, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, so we were just talking about how, different ones of us wanted to respond, even in the church. Like, you had some churches that were like, if it's happening there, it is happening here. Revival is here now. And we were just talking about the fact that you don't get to decide when that happens at your
Right.
church. You only get to posture yourself for revival, right?
Wow.
And just wait your turn humbly. Like, God, we're ready for you whenever you want to mess our schedule up or do whatever you want to do, we're ready for you. And so we were talking about that, and the lyrics just kind of came. I'm tired of forcing moments, conjuring up emotions, and putting your name on it. Do we just love the spotlight, start a whole movement, and have our face on it? Just whole thing. But it tackles that. But then the second verse tackles this movement where we don't want to. What's the word? deviate from the schedule, right? We say things like, if God can't do it in 20 minutes, he ain't gonna do it at all. But sometimes God wants us to tarry beyond our physical strength, right? And get beyond that, what we think we can do, and beyond our striving, really, and just linger for a little while. You understand that language. And so when the song came out, I was kind of like convicted by it. I was like, whoa, like I don't even deserve to sing a song like this, because I don't even feel like I'm there yet, right?
Wow.
Like I'm saying, Holy Spirit, lead me again. There are areas in my life where I'm wanting to be led. And that's when I kind of realized, like, we thought we were just reaching for lyrics, but God was just dropping them on us in his time in that moment, as we just lingered and waited and postured ourselves, right, for a word from the Lord in melody and in song.
Wow.
That's fire.
Yeah.
That's so good.
That's wild.
Thanks.
That's so special. What were your thoughts on Asbury? I mean, that's actually, it was probably the most massive thing this year in the church.
Yeah.
But I'm
And-
just
and
not
all the time.
tapped. What is
Asbury
Asbury?
Revival.
Yeah, what is that? I'm just not tapped at all.
It was like, you want to explain it?
Yeah. I actually didn't know. That's crazy. Yeah. It was essentially a worship service started at like a regular chapel service at Asbury, which is a college in, which state is in Kentucky?
Is it in Lewis? No. It is Kentucky, but I don't know.
I forget what city though.
Yeah.
And it just didn't stop. Like
For weeks,
yeah,
right?
Like days and days and days.
People
and days.
just stayed in there.
That's wild.
But it wasn't like an event. Like people were like parking, and before they even got to the chapel, just started weeping and like falling on their faces.
That's nuts.
It was legitimately
It was a visitation.
It was a very special visitation it was probably the most marking moment for the church in probably the last like 20 years. Like it was wild. Like no one.
Pretty special.
And then like it was just a lot. It was really special, really beautiful. And there were so many things that came out of that. Like, and it wasn't like a big old chapel service. It was like
I don't even think they were super charismatic either.
no, they're not.
It was
Really?
like, well, yeah, it wasn't
No,
one
it's
of
not
those
like a
where they were
charismatic
like,
university, I don't
we're
think.
gonna fast and pray until
Right.
it just happened, right?
Oh, wow.
It just fell on them.
No one could explain.
Yeah,
Wow.
and I think I was at like a worship conference thing, and some of the professors from Asbury were there. And what's so cool is they were just regular people like you and me, you
Right.
know, like somebody that you would just, I don't know, just a professor from a college.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying not to sound like I'm
Demeaning.
I'm
Right,
not
right.
demeaning
No.
him, but I think sometimes we have this like, we have a certain type of person that we think revival comes to.
Right.
And these are just people, this was not a charismatic, school. God just decided he was going to visit them there, and they didn't know what to
crazy.
do. And that's another mark of revival is it's a little bit messy.
Right.
Like people are getting delivered over here, and then people are waiting over here, and you weren't ready for it. So you're like, okay, we don't really know how to,
Right.
and I was so moved by that.
Yeah.
That's
sick.
incredible.
So you just dropped Lead Us Again.
Oh yeah.
No. Yeah. and
That
it's-
happened.
It's
That happened.
crazy. But one, as a friend, and two, just as a creative, everyone, I mean, you're nuts. You're really nuts.
Thank you.
And Lead Us, it's wild because you could do Lead Us Again, but then you also have like crazy, like your Dropbox files are nuts. We've listened to them on the bus. Like, Judah is her brother. Love you, Judah.
Dude,
And
what a
Judah,
guy.
Judah's
Shout
literally
out.
a king.
Shout
Shout
out
out Judah.
Shout out King. Did you hear
Shout
that?
out King Judah. And he's just playing their songs, and I'm like, what are you dropping next? Like, what are you about to release?
Yeah. I mean, we're working on an album right now. And I thought you were hitting a note at first. I was going to try to. It's okay, though. Yeah, it's okay.
My voice just cracked.
Yeah, no bigs. Yeah, we're working on an album, and I feel called to, like, the one thing you're going to notice in my songs is there's going to be a lot of words like us and we and our, because I feel like we need to give the community a voice. What should the community of heaven and the kingdom be saying to the community of people who have experienced grief in their life? Or the people who are still in isolation because they're not sure what they think about church after 2020. Some of them feel healthier than they did, physically there. They're trying to figure it out. What does it look like? I don't want to be the voice saying, here, get in church. I want to make room for them at the table and say, hey, like when you're ready. Or the community of people who are battling with mental health issues. And so it's a dialogue. And so we're using a lot of words like us. So that's why like lead us again, right?
Yeah.
It's about
so
this
true.
collective voice. And I think the first dialogue that needed to be released is this vertical. Help us, please.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible. You got any dates like when you're thinking about dropping or whenever?
I don't. I know that we're like shooting for October. I know you're not supposed to say stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah.
With like,
Taboo.
All of a
yeah,
sudden,
who cares?
Yeah.
Her
Yeah.
leg twitches.
Right.
The label.
Yeah, but
Shot
it's just
clock
like,
is
yeah.
crazy.
I think everybody knows nowadays that that's how it goes.
Right.
You say one
Say
day
something
and
and do it
it may be
different.
We're dropping in
Yeah,
October.
sure.
Boom. New Music Friday.
Right. She drops it next week.
Yeah. Definitely not next week, but yeah.
That's great. Before we go on to any other questions, we're at VU conference right now in
Yes.
Miami. When are you leading, by the way?
Tomorrow.
What session?
Tomorrow. I think tomorrow day. So I think I get there at 11:45.
Okay, fire. You're leading tomorrow morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dope.
Wait.
That's great.
It goes
What's
rhythm,
morning?
Doe, carry
I have
Cody.
to go after you guys.
We have to
my
go.
gosh.
Wait,
Would
can we
you
just-
chill?
We're just gonna warm them up.
Can we merge it? No, because they
Bro.
went last year.
Roll
Wait,
a
do you
clip
guys
of Doe
remember-
singing right now. Dude,
Bro,
come
bro,
on.
bro.
shut up.
You know,
Anyways,
my
wait,
parents
can we merge
didn't
her?
even care for Elevation Rhythm when they saw you
merge
at
her.
Right.
the Philly show. I'm gonna
Yo.
shut up about you.
Bro.
Can I say
she's
this
so
though? I
bad.
did
Neglected.
text them and I was like, "Yo, are you guys doing this song? Because I want to do it."
For this or for this? Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Josh is like, yeah, bro.
He
Yeah.
goes, I don't know yet. I'm coming to see
Wait,
it.
what
What
if we
song?
do it? He looks over and he's like,
Yeah. Like visually giving you
I
the
didn't do
middle
any of
finger.
y'all songs. I wanted to do Echo, but I'm gonna leave that
Ah,
alone. Are you
it's
guys
banger.
doing Echo?
no.
See, he didn't even text
He
me
didn't.
back.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Wait.
Should we FaceTime him right now?
He'd be like, yo,
Yo.
he just got a twist.
He just got, bro.
He just got his
He's been acting
twist.
different since he got the twist.
For real?
Yo, for real.
He
Oh,
looked
he came to
fire.
work
It's
the
a
first
whole
day
new-
with hat, hoodie on.
Yeah, because he
wouldn't-
wanted to save it.
He wasn't
wants to
ready.
save
Oh,
it.
you
For
wanna
a
save it
moment.
Miami. You wanna save the look.
He's had a hoodie on
He who
until
finds-
now.
Literally, probably, bro.
It was so funny.
And I knew because they
Yeah,
were
you're good.
FaceTiming, and I knew he was getting them. And then the next day, I wanted to like peep him at work or whatever. Walked in, hat on, hood on, never took it off all day, bro. I was like,
Yeah.
Classic Josh.
Classic Josh. My God, what a guy. I forget what I was going for with this question.
We're
Oh, yeah.
at VuCon in Miami.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
yeah,
at
we're
VuCon in
VuCon.
Miami. So the family I'm very affectionate towards, the Durans.
Mm-hmm.
Take me back to Shreveport, Louisiana.
Take me
Oh.
back.
Take me all the way back to Shreveport,
let's-
Louisiana.
Let's
Look.
go.
Let's talk Denny Duran. Let's talk the beginnings of Doe Jones. That's where you're from, right?
No.
Or am I tweaking?
No, you're not tweaking.
Okay.
I'm half from there.
You're half from
yeah,
there.
we moved there when I was 14.
Okay.
Okay.
14, yeah.
And is that when you met like that, the whole...
Yeah,
all the
we moved
Durans,
there
the
for
whole family?
them, for that church. My
Really?
dad.
That's so crazy.
Yep. My dad was on staff at their church.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. I had
so-
no idea.
Yeah,
Oh my
so their
gosh.
family, like, we just grew up together, laughing and screwing around on the front row, and we're supposed to be listening.
Sounds about right.
Dakota.
Yeah. Yeah. So Des is like one of my best friends, just forever friends. We were closest in age. And then, and actually when I moved there, Don Cherie was just about to, or Pastor DC, got to put a handle on it.
Right.
She was just about to go away to college. You know,
Oh, okay.
I think she had met Rich and they were in love. And
Right.
I remember one night going over to their house and her like showing me pictures of,
Oh my God.
because they had
That
gone
is so
on like a
crazy.
school trip. And yeah, but I mean, they're just wonderful people.
Mm.
You know, they're wonderful people. I learned a lot about leadership being at their school. And I think VU Church is a testament to that. There are a lot of young people on staff, or a few at least, that are from Evangel,
Yeah.
that just learn so much, you know, from just being in that environment. And so I'm really thankful for what their family has sown into the kingdom beyond just friendship. I'm a product of that,
Yeah.
that culture. for
That's so
sure.
good.
Yeah.
And so were you already like leading worship at the time when you went there, or like, when did that kind of like start?
Yeah, the first time I led worship was at my parents' church in
Okay.
Yakima, Washington.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yes,
Yakima.
2 hours southeast of Seattle. It's in like a valley.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yakima.
So that's where you're originally from.
That's where I'm originally from.
Okay.
Yeah,
What y'all be doing out there?
Yeah, what y'all be doing? in
picking
Yakima?
apples.
Eating apples?
You ever-
Yakima.
you ever
Yeah,
been to Yakima?
actually.
Huh? No. What?
Huh? No.
Huh?
So
No.
Yakima is famous for their apples. Now that I've said
Oh.
that, you will probably see their apples in the store.
Next
When
time
you
I
go-
go buy apples, I'm
You'll
gonna keep
look for Yakima apples, and cherries and onions. So like agriculture
three
is
favorite
big.
things.
Okay. Yeah, my 3 favorite things in life.
Shut up.
Cherries, onions, and apples.
Yeah, right.
It's not just not a good
It sounds like a
combo.
good salad, maybe.
I feel like you really do be messing with onions, though.
I rock with onions, OD.
I know. I go in the fridge. He's got a full gallon bag full of diced onions that he's been cutting up all day while I've been at work.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, during the bulk.
Oh, you cook.
Oh, I'll be cooking.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Respectfully.
Yeah.
But during the
I wanna
bulk,
try
bro,
something next
during the bulk for breakfast, I would eat 5 eggs.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna make my Jones bland.
Right.
Right.
So that's where the
Sure.
onions come into
Some
play.
onions, some peppers.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, you treat
What
that
are
thing
we
nice.
talking about right
And then you make okay.
Listen, you're
talking
talking,
about some
you're
onions
talking to
and-
musicians right now.
Right, right.
You're talking about whatever
I
comes
did
to
not
mind.
take my ADD medicine today.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Can somebody
Don't
go
know-
get? Can somebody go
I
get
don't
that
take it
brand,
anymore.
bro?
I don't
over
even
there.
take it anymore.
Right.
I quit.
You quit?
I
I've been
retired.
delivered.
They're like, what's different about her this time?
Yeah,
She
no
looks over.
Adderall.
5 ounces is gone.
Right. We're gonna
Yeah.
have to bleep
That's
that
true.
out. Kids.
But yeah, so that's Yakima. Yeah, so we grew up there, and so I remember being 12 years old, and mom and dad left and went out of town, and they were like, I want you to lead worship. And I was so mad. Obviously, I didn't know God was preparing me. I was just like, you guys are the most neglectful parents. I went downstairs to the computer at the time and like made this secret little folder and wrote in this diary about what horrible parents they were for leaving me to lead worship.
Yo.
No, it was so scary. Yeah,
That's very
I
in
was
tune
so-
with your emotions.
Yeah.
I
know,
was
my
actually.
goodness, journaling?
I was. I did not journal consistently, but that moment warranted a journal. And there was like only one entry in that folder. And it's so funny because my mom found it years later.
Oh,
I think she
no.
cried.
No.
But she was crying because she was proud of me too. And just
Right.
like,
Okay.
it's like, look at where
It's
you
like a
are.
full circle moment.
Right.
It was really
Yeah.
funny, yeah. Yeah, I begged them to please don't. I don't even know how to play and sing at the same time. Please don't leave me here to lead worship at your church. But I remember the Lord moved. You
Yeah.
know, like God filled in the gaps that day, and I forgot about the journal. So
Wow.
so when I got to Shreveport, I was leading worship, and but we experienced a revival on campus too. I remember God moved in my senior year of high school. God moved, and we could not continue class sometimes. And there were kids that were like they wanted to get filled with the Holy Spirit. So I was being pulled out of class because so and so, who used to be a drug addict, wanted to get filled with the Holy Spirit.
Whoa.
And I remember this girl like coming in and out of like whatever God was doing in her and saying stuff like, "This is way better than crack." And I'm like, "You just admitted that you did."
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Oh
but it
my
was just
gosh.
like the whole senior year,
Wow.
God moved, and people that one of the biggest drug dealers in the city who was sent to our Christian school to get better got delivered. I mean, it just was like everywhere things were happening, and we were just high school kids, and God just like dropped it on us, you know?
Whoa.
So that marked me forever, right? Just watching what God could do, what he was capable of, marked me forever. And it's just a huge part of who I am. And that's also why like Evangel Christian Academy and the Durons and being there has such a big imprint in my life, even today, you know?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
So how did you so fast forward a little bit, you just got off tour with Lecrae Rhythm.
Woo!
How did you meet Lecrae? Or how did that all come about to hop on tour?
We're signed to the same agency.
Oh,
So it's
no
not
way.
anything like, yeah. But
That's
I met
crazy.
Lecrae with my family years ago when we were doing family stuff, and we just were all like wide-eyed, like, oh my God, it's Lecrae. And he was so nice to us.
Dang.
Yeah, that's what
And this
we
was
all
before or after you were on like the same
remember.
agency?
Yeah, this is before. This is when I
Okay.
was probably like 23.
Okay, gotcha. That's sick.
Yeah.
What's your like? Okay, hard topic switch. Have you ever had like a
Woo.
big like singing fail?
Absolutely.
Ooh.
Like tell a little bit.
I feel like there was one
stories.
recently, actually. Yes, there was one recently on
No
tour.
shot. When?
Remember? There's this. If you guys know my song "When I Pray," there's this part where I haven't sang this morning, so I might not be
Come on,
doing
come
that.
on.
But it's like
Release it,
when
release
I pray, but it's higher.
Yeah.
And I'm supposed to hit that note, right? In the moment, I said, I'm gonna try something different because I don't feel like doing that tonight.
Right.
Yeah.
But it
doing
was
that
too
tonight.
late. It was too late, and I landed in a different key.
No.
Oh no.
No.
And I showed you guys the video.
No.
I just kind of
I
ran
don't
my way
remember
back
this.
down until I could figure
Figure
out
out.
where I was, right? So
Figure out what city I'm in.
yes, they do a victory tunnel every night.
Right, he was
And
telling
me and
us
Judah,
about that.
yeah, me and
We
Judah.
almost did one for you when
Did
you
I?
got here.
Oh, you can do one on my way out.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, we have to finish something.
Yeah.
right.
No, I was thinking that night because Judah, it was so bad that when we got off the stage, when we got behind the whatever,
Yeah.
we fell over laughing. It was that bad.
That's
and
no
I was
way.
telling Judah because I knew they were waiting for me at the video. I was like, I don't want to go out there, man. I don't want to go out there. And I remember I just like went to bed that night, thought I'll sleep it off.
Yeah.
Nobody got that part of my 20-minute set. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
7
yeah.
seconds. The
Right.
next morning I wake up, I get on Instagram,
No.
and the first thing I see is a woman saying, "Oh my God, I had so much fun at the Lecrae tour," and she's got clips of everybody's thing. It's 7 seconds of everybody's thing, and it's the 7 seconds.
No.
Yes.
No.
That
Am I
is
messing
not real.
It
That's
is.
crazy.
It is real.
What
I
are
have
the
it.
odds?
I asked her to take it down, and then I asked her to send it to me because nobody believed that it was that bad. So I haven't
Oh
shown you
my
that.
gosh.
Do you have it right now?
No.
Yeah, we're gonna have to
I
get that
do, but
to put it in
We're
the
gonna have to put that in
podcast.
the
Yeah. It was really bad.
That's crazy.
Have
Yeah.
you ever made it on worship fails?
That would have made it on worship.
Yeah, if
I
it would have been
wanna be
up
on
just
that
like
page so
maybe
bad.
one more hour,
Yeah.
it might have made
so
it.
bad.
And then another person, it was one more person that posted it. By then I just was like, whatever.
And were they like, they weren't posting it to
No.
throw shade at it. They were
No.
like, look at how insane Doe
I
is.
literally looked at that video and I was like, this person doesn't sing.
Yeah, they have
Yeah,
no
they
idea
don't
what's
get it.
going on.
Yeah. They're
That
crazy.
is so crazy.
Yeah.
You're a nuts singer, but another part of artistry is obviously like specifically yours is writing. Like, and even when you're talking about like how you were young and like in tune with your emotions, like that's expressive, that's poetic, that's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
there's in that. Like, do you recall like the first song you ever wrote? Like if like including like that goofy stuff as a kid, like
Yeah. What is it? I can't remember the first song I wrote, but when I was little, this is so weird what I'm about to say. I had the biggest crush on Captain Picard from Star Trek.
No way.
Why? He was an old man. I don't know. Anyways, so I wrote this.
This is crazy.
I know. I wrote a song about him in a dream because I'm like I write
Mad
in dreams
prophetic.
sometimes.
Mad prophetic.
It wasn't prophetic because it did not come to pass. But it was like this. Yeah.
I still got time.
Yes.
Yeah, I got that.
Yo. So yeah.
She's still alive. Or?
Yeah, I know, right?
This is a touchy
Look
side.
that up before you
Yeah, right.
before y'all post it. But yeah, that's
clip
the,
that.
that was one of the first songs that I wrote.
Wow.
That song.
Do you remember?
So
it?
was it like a love song?
It was a love song.
Oh, it was? Yeah, go ahead.
Will you marry me? Will you marry me? Just like the sunshine in the sky. You're nothing but love to me.
Hey,
That's it.
that's
Wow, wow.
That's legendary.
That's incredible. I thought his name was going to be in there somewhere, but you were trying
No.
to not let people know that you were in love with him.
I was
No, honestly, that's
No,
a
I
banger,
was
'cause
telling
that-
everybody.
That could apply to anyone.
Yeah.
literally.
Well, that
Yeah.
being said,
It
Captain,
aged
come
like
in.
fine wine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No
We
way.
got him.
Nardwar moment.
Yeah,
Oh,
we got to
yeah.
be more prepared next
Oh,
time.
man.
We should have known.
Do
We should've
your
known.
research.
Yeah, do your
Now,
research.
now the next
research.
person that interviews you will know.
Right.
Yeah, for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
We're setting them up for a layup.
Oh,
That's incredible. So you pretty much gave us a song that nobody's ever heard before.
Yeah.
exclusive.
Exclusive, right there.
Exclusive.
Should we? What were we gonna play earlier? What's the game that we were gonna play?
Oh, okay.
I feel like now that we're singing, you know,
I don't
she
like
got
the
a little,
face you just made.
she got a little
Okay.
vocal warm up.
Oh, it's a
You need
singing
water?
song?
You need water?
Yeah.
No.
We want to do a game with you because you're nuts vocalist and it's fun. We're gonna give you a word. We'll give you a word. Elijah, you should decide the word.
Okay.
And then I
And then
pick
you
a
got
song.
15 seconds. You're fighting against time here.
You're saying that's light?
Yeah.
You want? All right, you want 10?
Yeah.
We'll give you 10.
Right.
Wait, I was being cocky. Okay, now I'm ready. I'm humble
All right.
Okay. You
Let me
pick a
think.
word. You got 15 seconds
to find a
to
song.
find. Actually, 15 is a long time.
No, it's not.
Should we go 10?
10.
Let's go 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's
Then
go.
we can just do a nice
Wow.
little 10, 9, 8 countdown.
right.
Wow.
First word, we'll go happy.
'Cause I'm happy.
Oh,
That's
wow.
so-
I mean,
no,
so
that's
that's
the practice run. That's the
practice run.
That's the
Practice
practice run.
All right.
All right.
All right,
cool,
next
cool.
word. All right, are we
Hold on,
ready?
hold on. I gotta fire up
Thesaurus.
Yeah. Thesaurus.
Ready?
All right, you ready?
I
Next
can't,
word?
bro.
I got it.
You got
Ready?
it? You
Yeah.
got a word?
You got 10 seconds on the
Yeah,
clock?
we got 10 seconds
All
on
right,
the
here we
clock.
go. All right, jealousy.
Jealousy. Ooh, can I just say
Or
jealous?
Yeah.
It's my right to be hellish. I still get jealous. You're too sexy,
you got it.
beautiful, and everybody wants that taste. That's why. Yeah, you know.
Bro,
Damn,
I
baritone.
misunderstood the game.
4
I
seconds.
thought we were gonna have her come up with like an actual song. Off
Oh,
the
write a
dome.
song?
You know what's funny is
Or
how
maybe we
I
should
do
do
that
that.
with this game, and that's why I always win because I cheat.
Oh, you just be making up songs.
That's why I was like,
Doe
15
Jones music
seconds.
is a cheater.
Like, how
That's
about
not-
the word
totally.
Mary?
But
Yeah.
this is so much better. I could have came up with such a better word for my thing.
That's what I was.
Happy.
Did I say that? I said that?
Oh, you did.
My bad.
No,
No,
you're
it's
good.
my bad.
I
Wait,
didn't
I
mean
got
it the
it.
way
Okay.
it sounded.
Okay.
I should have listened
All right,
when
now
they
you gotta
asked
come
the
up with one.
question.
Okay.
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 Maybe we should put 10 seconds on the clock for you.
To get a sentence out, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Tree.
Ooh.
You're fighting against time, though.
Hey.
When he died on that tree, just for you, you and me, Jesus died. Don't you remember that song?
No, but it sounds great.
Wow,
No,
that
she
was
definitely
was
made
that
that
an
one
actual
up.
song?
No, you made it.
You
up.
made it up! She's capping! You had me convinced because she said, don't you remember that song?
I guess I wasn't wrong. I guess I wasn't
Wait,
wrong.
that melody is
Yeah,
Jurassic
you
Park.
were going through the
Da, da,
Falcons.
da,
I was about to make that joke.
Yo,
that's nuts.
Wait,
Reference
that's
Queen.
crazy.
Yo, there is a song by
That's actually
Tree.
a
I just
banger.
couldn't think of it.
There is. There's got to be some like.
I was
It's
talking
about
like,
how he died on
songs.
that tree.
Oh.
It's something like that.
That's why I was gonna see if she went. That's the
I
only
thought it was
What
gonna be like
song
Tree
was it?
Planted by a river.
Oh,
Type
yeah.
picture.
You know.
Did I just absolutely
I
screw
still
that
got
verse
nothing.
up?
No,
Okay, you can't
Planted
think
by
of
one. I-
Rivers of Water.
Yeah,
Wait, can you
thank
think of a song that
Come
has
on,
the
Christian,
tree
shut
in it?
up. Sorry, I got a
Look
little
how
aggressive there. I'm
beautiful
sorry.
Oh man.
I know that the 90s, they wrote a lot of songs with Tree on it. Instead of Cross, they would
Yeah.
say Tree.
Yeah.
God, what is a song? I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
died on that tree.
Where did
Yeah.
It's something like
It
that.
is something.
There's
Yeah.
something.
There is something.
Okay, one more. I got another one. I got
Tree
find
of
a good
Life.
one.
Think of a good one. Make it
Hmm.
good though. Come on, she hasn't even tripped 1 second, bro.
Yeah, because she's making
Even
stuff
when
up.
cheating.
She's cheating.
Even
So?
now, she
You guys
is-
don't know this, but
Bro,
she's a
shut up. Shut up.
What?
Right now.
What?
Right now. You shut
What?
up right now.
she is okay. We're gonna continue the game. We're gonna continue the game.
Okay, continue. The game.
Put my cards out there.
Later.
Wire.
Later.
Wire. Oh, there is a song about On the Wire, but I can't remember it.
Oh, this is a layup.
It's a layup, but I knew it was gonna easy one was gonna stump her.
On the
5.
Wire.
No.
That's like fire.
Making that up.
Come on.
My desire.
Fire.
What is that?
Ready?
On the Wire
Okay,
song?
Elijah, you go. Through the wire. Through the He's got a good bass in it.
Bro, I actually be bumping like that actual like the OG song from the sample. It's honestly better than the Kanye song.
Into the fire.
Beautiful song.
Yeah, that is a beautiful.
You know it's actually called Through the Fire?
Is it?
Yeah, it's like she's not actually saying Through the Wire. It's like Through the Fire.
Can we confirm?
Absolutely true.
Kanye's over
And then
there.
he
Yeah,
through
but
the wire.
Yeah.
you guys can't
Because
see, but Kanye
like
West
his
is
teeth
over
were messed up.
there. They were, yeah.
In
He
the
got in like a
crash.
car accident or
Yeah.
whatever.
Car accident.
Wired up.
Have you guys watched that, by the way?
What?
Yeah, what did
Yeah.
you think about that? Have you not seen the
Oh,
documentary?
she definitely haven't seen it. She.
I think it would inspire you.
Everybody's
creatively.
telling me that. I just haven't
Yeah,
had
you
time
have to watch
I want it
it.
to become.
To watch it.
It's
I
also
think this is her
different
sweet
because
tea,
it's like
Genius.
Is it?
Did
yeah,
you get a
it's
sweet
also
tea?
Yeah,
different to
thanks.
see like creativity and all that outside of the lens of God, and it made me thankful that like whoa, like so much of this stuff like we have hope for because we have hope in Jesus.
Yeah.
But to watch people go through that kind of trial and even the creative process of like becoming something, as
Wow.
great as it is, there's no end to it. There's
That's
like
true.
there's no resolve, there's no goal. It's like we have Jesus, which is
Yeah.
very interesting. But it did
Just
make me
keep
want to
reaching.
literally just write and produce 3 albums.
Oh, dude, I could imagine, bro, if I was a writer.
Yeah.
Dude, like seeing him. First of all, the fact that Cootie was starting to film before he was like
Yeah,
anybody.
Before he was anybody, he just knew.
I
he
mean,
was gonna blow.
he has footage from like way back. And then like before he was popping, to see him in like the stew with like Pharrell or whatever,
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, this is nuts, dude. And like when he was like selling beats out the car, like, bro.
Or
That's
that one
crazy.
guy was trying to like finesse a free beat.
Yes,
Like,
bro.
Yeah.
he was
Now
There's
look
so
at
much.
hard,
Shit.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, bro. There's so much.
This
You
is
gotta
from
watch
a
it.
glacier.
I know.
In
It tastes like
Charlotte.
it tastes like glacier water.
It's the Charlotte Glacier.
Wait, actually, train me back. That's not your drink.
What?
I
That's
just
a
want
sweet tea.
I just
Yes,
want
but
to rip
that's
some. You sure you
also
don't want no
sweet tea.
fries?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Just take
You
this.
know,
one.
I'm on my little
I
diet.
want the large.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Oh.
I am too, but I
Today's not cheat day.
no.
All right. So
All right.
what is so this is for the youth. What is something that you wish you could tell your teenage self?
Oh gosh. I think there were so many things that I struggled with as a teenager that got worked out at the right time. You know, I had a low self-esteem. I honestly, every time somebody asks me this, I tell them that I would tell myself, "It's gonna be all right, baby. You're gonna be all right." You know, yeah. I think yes, there's a healthy way to have like good self-esteem and confidence in yourself, but I think there were a lot of things that I was too afraid to do, or guys that liked me and it went over my head because I didn't see myself a certain way. And I think that it was a protection thing for me. Honestly, I was really thankful for that. And so maybe the thing I would challenge myself to work through is the condemnation thing. I struggled pretty deeply with that and workspace mentality. But like I said, I mean, I feel like God knows how much healing you can take at a time because healing is painful. And in my last album, I got healed from that performance-based thing. And I was able to testify about it. And it just was like, now I get to say it with a megaphone.
Dang.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
That's crazy.
but yeah, I would tell myself, you're going to be okay. You're not weird. You are, but there are a lot of other weird people out there too.
Right.
That's fine.
Being weird isn't as weird as you think.
It's right. Yeah.
That's great.
What's your normal morning routine? Like working
my
out,
gosh.
coffee, Bible study,
Yeah.
Instagram, meetings,
Mhm.
whatnot.
There is no normal morning routine for me.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, I mean, this morning, like, I was up I was supposed to be up at 3:30. I got up at 4, left my house at 4:30 to come here.
Gee.
But I got in town late last night. So it's just like, I try to have a routine in a day. So I try to get, time with the Lord in. I try to get some cardio and workout in. Those two things, like, I don't strive for a whole lot. Those two things, if I have those two things in my day, I'm pretty functional. And I can, and sleep, obviously. But yeah.
Or
That's dope.
That's nuts.
so, this is like some advice for like maybe some of the youth out there that are struggling with this. How do you know that you're following like Jesus and what He's calling you to do, and not just like your dream? Like,
Yeah.
like what would be your advice, like a kid out there that's like struggling with that question, maybe?
Yeah, I was that kid that was struggling with that. I was that kid that was struggling with that at 30. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I had this intense fear of missing God's will. So, like, I was afraid to make a decision without this burning bush prophetic experience in my room. Like, I need you to come,
Right.
tell me exactly what I want to do. And there is beauty in that, in this posture of, God, I want to be in your will. I only want to be in your will. But when there's fear mixed into that, you don't acknowledge your God-given ability to make decisions, because he also gave you a brain. He made you smart. And so if your heart is truly surrendered to the Lord, right? Well, and I can't even really speak to kids because they're still under the authority of their parents, right? But when you get out of that and you're having to make adult decisions, just know if your heart is fully surrendered to the Lord and you're praying and you're living a lifestyle of fasting and praying, and not just like fasting when you need an answer, but like really just, just you have a relationship with him. If he's not saying no to you and you don't feel a stop in your heart, then create movement in a direction, and God will course correct that arrow and say, okay, this way. And as you move, he'll give you direction,
That's dope.
Yeah, I think a lot of times we know.
Yeah.
We know in our hearts, so just follow that, your knower, and stay in relationship with the Lord.
That's fire.
That's really dope.
No pressure.
That reminds me of something your dad preached about, actually, when he was preaching through Ruth.
Okay.
And the movement thing, like, get going and he'll course correct.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of times we get stuck with just like what you're kind of talking about, like, I
I'm
don't know
not
what to
moving
do, so I'm not
until
going to do anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But in the case of Ruth, it was like she was being obedient to Naomi and going back with her. And she didn't know that the field she was going to be in was going to be Boaz, her kinsman redeemer. But like she was just doing the next best thing, and going to tend the fields. And then, like, of course, the rest of the story, God takes care of her. But I think that's a really cool thought of like, just get it moving, and like he'll stay in communion with him, and he'll course correct.
Yeah, because there's this element of like a prophetic word, or if God speaks something to you, right? You think about Abraham, you think about how many years were between the spoken word and the manifestation of the word. I mean, besides him sleeping with his wife's friend.
Right. Little speed bumps on the way.
That's in there.
Right,
But
that's in there.
Also, in between that time, he was just living his life.
Right.
And I think one would look at his story, if I was his friend, I'd probably be like, you probably missed it.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you missed God. You're
That's
not in the
crazy.
will of God.
Right.
God's probably going to do this in the next generation, and you just need to pass this seed on, to somebody.
Right.
But God's will found him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Wow.
it was, so we that to me is an even beautiful story, like for a kid to know, like, just live your life, live rightly before God. You're going to be just fine. He's going to find you.
That's so good.
That's really special.
I love that so much. You so you write a ton, obviously. Who is like some of your favorite people that you've ever wrote with?
There's this guy named Mitch Wong.
Oh, dude,
It's the same thing Tiff said.
we literally just had
interviewed.
Tiffany
Yo.
on, and
Mitch
she said the
is-
same thing.
I'm not
Mitch is the
surprised. He's probably one of the most sought after writers in the Christian industry.
Me and him,
today.
he's got a song on my EP.
No
Does
way.
he? See, that made me
yeah.
jealous.
see that right there?
But I mean, he's amazing. He's
I mean, dude, this
wow,
guy's just a don.
yeah.
Yeah, growing pains.
Yeah, he just has but you know what? Mitch is one of those people who's been kind, who loves the Lord. His heart is tender toward the Lord. He's a creative. He's real. He's just like a genuine, regular guy. Like, you're not going to have to, you could have a deep conversation with him, but you'd have a regular mojo conversation with him about life and just laugh and fun. Just a really good person. And I think that he's getting his flowers right now.
Yeah.
I think he's really served and, and done right by people. And so I'm really happy for him. But yeah, he's one of my favorite writers.
Dang.
Listen,
Okay.
I'm going to stop giving you guys 10-minute answers to these.
No, these are literally
need it.
perfect.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay,
these are literally perfect. You're
She's
smashing it.
So obviously you just got engaged to the man, the myth, the legend,
Yes.
Orlando.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Shout out, babe. I hope you're watching this.
He's also an incredible writer.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
No way.
I'll put you on.
He put him on. We met because a mutual friend of ours reached out to us through text individually and was like, hey, there's this person I want you to meet. He's family oriented and he loves God. And I think you guys would hit it off. And I was like, okay. And I guess he said the same thing to him. So he put us in a group text. and that's it.
That's crazy.
You wanna
That's
tell
how
them
it
about-
started?
That's how it started.
So this was like full-blown matchmaking.
Yeah,
Whoa.
my friend. That's a good friend, right?
That
The
is
plug.
a good
It was
friend.
a really
Yeah.
good
Why don't you do that for me, bro?
friend. So there's this guy.
Say less.
So-
I got you.
Are you
You're
gonna tell them
fired.
how? Are you gonna,
Yeah.
get fired. You gonna tell them how you told me
What?
about Orlando?
Oh,
And give us the real scoop.
Oh my gosh.
I need the real stuff, man.
Bro,
this
she-
is a Youth Nation podcast.
I did. I was so
Bro,
bad.
I got absolutely
I was
finessed.
very bad.
How?
Yeah.
Because Doe is a liar.
First of all,
She's a cheater.
First
She's
of all-
a
She's a
liar.
cheater and a liar.
okay, but
She
first
cheats
of
at
all,
board games and
Sure.
she lies to her friends.
okay, but you're not gonna ask me if I'm gonna tell the story and then tell the story.
Yeah, my fault. I just hurt. I got trauma for her.
Yeah. I was at this camp where people knew both of us,
Uh-huh.
but I knew they didn't know we were dating. So I went up and
No.
I said, do you know Orlando Palmer, the guy who's like, I'm son? He's like, yeah. I was like, I have the biggest crush on him.
Yes, bro.
That's so.
Shut
Wait, why?
up.
What was your angle? What were you trying to make him like?
Just
because
Just to
he's
mess
the
with him.
because he's the plug, and he was like, yo, for real? He was like, I was like, do you think that like you could try to get me a conversation with him, or? And I'm not forward like that. So he was like, yo, sure, I got you, sis, I got you.
No
I thought I was doing something so
But
crazy.
he
too.
thought
I
he was
"Let's
like,
go."
this is God, because Lando texted him that morning on Instagram.
What just happened?
I doinked my head.
What are
laughing, I was
you
like-
doing?
What is that behind me? It's like a beam. I thought I was like right here.
Are you okay?
No,
bud?
it actually wasn't that hard.
It wasn't.
It sounded
It was just
bad.
He
loud.
literally went.
I was like laughing. I was like, oh.
Okay, so anyway.
Okay,
so
yeah.
Nate thought he was putting you on.
He did. He thought
yeah.
God was putting us on. Sorry, I'm going through puberty.
So is Nate, don't worry.
God. So because Lando messaged him that morning in the
Yes.
DMs,
He
and
was
then
in on
I,
And then you pull up
and
this
then I
camera.
was like, "Yo," I have a crush. So he thinks he's like doing it.
Right?
That's crazy.
Yo,
That's why I did it because
savage.
it's funny.
They're both looking at me laughing.
Lando wasn't there. Yeah.
No, he was literally.
So we did that to
chuckling.
KJ Scriven. We did that to a couple people. It was really great.
It was really
Dang.
funny.
He never let me live that down,
Yeah.
but he still plays board games with me. So
You're fine.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, wait.
Bro.
so
Y'all,
what
y'all
is
be
the
ripping
story of-
spicy
of-
Uno?
yeah,
Bro,
Dude, let's play tonight.
you're on.
literally.
Bet.
Dude, I want to play spicy Uno
You
so
were
bad.
on.
Bro, we
Me
out.
and Nate got in a nasty spicy Uno one.
Dude, this guy
Yeah.
just
Really
learned,
can.
and he's like cracked.
Bro,
He's really good.
I
That's how I
respectfully
was.
will say I put everyone on a spicy Uno. I haven't done much in life.
Yeah,
But I did do that.
You did.
Yeah. And now
on
everyone's
to
playing
that,
it. All of
man.
our friends play it.
Yeah.
Hold on to that.
Well, Doe, so
My friend
Doe
put
has
me
the
on,
big
but they
cards.
taught me how to play it. I did have to.
Wait, he put
on the
you on?
last night? No.
But she can beat you now?
No.
Yeah. Yes.
No.
If I don't get caught.
You be cheating in that too?
I told you, bro.
Oh my goodness.
I think it's wrong if you're lying about cheating. I'm not lying about cheating.
Right. You're just
Right.
openly cheating.
I'm being honest.
It's not cheating if you don't get caught.
Yeah.
That's what they said.
Exactly.
It's not good
That's what I've
advice
heard. I
for
know.
the youth.
So yeah, the youth podcast.
Last night at tour, though, I found these Uno cards that were this big.
What?
The mega Uno
At the
card?
church,
mega
yeah,
deck.
that we were at, and we
No
played.
way.
Yeah, I have videos.
Was it better or worse?
It was,
It was so weird.
yeah, it was kind of, I think we were also fever
You
dream.
couldn't, like, yeah.
I mean, the last night at
Couldn't
tour,
hide
you guys
your
are
cards.
tweaked out, bro.
We were so tired.
we were
We were so
tweaked.
tired. But it was massive. And Spicy Uno is fun because it's quick. But
Right.
You
it was
can't be
just
quick with those.
Yeah, you can't be quick.
There's a lot of force resistance right there to try
It's
to
a
get
lot of
that
air
thing
blowing
down
around.
right.
Yeah. It's tough. You can't.
That's crazy.
What other, so we play Spicy Uno, spades.
Yeah, I don't know how to play spades.
I don't either. I'm not
I don't
even
be
space
telling my
guy.
black friends that because I'll lose my card. But I don't know how
Oh,
to play
for
it.
real?
That is something
That's
that,
like a cultural black game. Like, you should know how to
Yeah.
play spades if you're black.
that's fire.
And yeah, I know y'all didn't know that.
Yeah.
Bro's
Oh.
producing.
Just trying to make sure we
Yeah,
didn't.
good.
I met you at the Juneteenth recording.
Yes.
And one thing that you have been
Dang, it's
so,
like
so,
two in 2 days.
What?
It's in like 2 days, right?
Juneteenth, yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
that is
crazy.
something that you've been so vocal about. Tell us about your passion for the black community.
I mean,
And even in your music, it's riddled in your music and it's
yeah,
beautiful.
wow, thank you.
And you speak so well. And you know,
You know,
tell us a little bit
I
about that.
I love my community. I think there's a lot that needs to happen within my community for my community. And so, you know, if I see something, I I try to speak up. I try to use my platform for that, while also not doing it just out of guilt, but out of passion. And I think I can't go into this conversation because I'll be talking for hours. But I'm from Louisiana, and there's racism is still very prevalent there, especially in churches, you know.
Wow.
Even in the wonderful church that I went to, right, you're going to meet people who struggle with racism, because it's like, you can't tell an alcoholic, like, don't come to my church. You know, you're as a pastor, you're there to help get people free, help lead them, right? So, you know, you get people from all walks of life, and you get people who are racist. And 2020 was really tough for me, because there just was a lot that came out, and nobody knows who to trust as far as the media goes, or who, you know, but everybody's feathers were ruffled. Yeah. But there were things that I never talked to Pastors Denny and Deonza about, because I felt scared, because we were even like kind of a minority in the church. Like at first there were probably like 2 other Black pastors on staff. So as an African American, you're like, you know, I'm out. If I ruffle feathers, I'm going to be the one to get cut. And that wasn't the Duran's heart, but that's the fear that comes with it. You walk on eggshells, right, as the minority. And but 2020, the Lord exposed to me, like, hey, like, you've been going around saying you love these people and they love you, but you never told them about what happened to you at their church and the things that you endured, right? So I called them one day, because literally 2020 put everything at the forefront of my heart. So I would be talking to them, and my experiences were so loud in 2020 that they were just dangling like wind chimes. And we'd be communicating, but I couldn't hear them. And, you know what I mean? I was traumatized. So I called them one day, and I just poured my heart out. And I remember them saying to me, like, hey, we're going to stay on this phone until you get everything off your chest.
Wow.
Because we love you. And I think that was, for me, the first time I really saw what reconciliation actually looks like between races, right? We want to have these, like, reconciliation rallies where everybody just goes to the altar and we cry together, but nobody's having individual conversations. And that's where real healing comes. It's this one to another thing. And it was crazy how close I felt to them after that moment, after 14 years of being in their church, calling them family. That moment, I felt reconciled to them.
Wow.
And I was like, oh my gosh. So, you know, with their permission, of course, I talk about those experiences and what that was like. But so I have a heart for reconciliation, but now I know, like, I have to talk about these things. I have to share my heart. I can't be quiet, because it'll bubble up, and then nobody will really even know who I am. You know, because Blackness is a huge part of who I am. You know? So, yeah.
So much of what you were saying,
Beautiful.
like, and just to segue, because I do want to touch on the fact that you got engaged. It's all about communication.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, what is that? I mean, that's getting married, like, yeah, it's incredible, but it's also, like, you fight for love. What does that look like mentally for you? Like, give us insight on what, like, a strong woman of God, like, there are going to be people that are watching us that are young women and young men. Like, what should a young woman look for in a man of God in that communicative aspect? Like, what are some things that for you, like, when you met Orlando, like, this is what you know?
Yeah, Orlando, by the way, the reason why I don't have my ring on is because I was having nightmares that I lost it. So I took it off and I put it in the drawer. And I'm like, I got to find a cheaper Walmart something and just take it on my finger.
We got some ring pops in the back.
Yeah. But Orlando made me feel the safest I've ever felt to communicate. As an artist, we can be so temperamental and sensitive. And there was nothing that I could say, or emotional swing, or a moment where I was like happy about something and then something else hit me so deeply and I was crying, that it just didn't scare him. And I'm not saying that he just lets me go like this, you know. That's not a good friend, you know. A good friend speaks balance into your life. But he never demeaned me for it. He never talked down about my sensitivity. He just helped me unpack it, and I always felt very safe to communicate. I thought I was a good communicator until I met Orlando. And I know that that's different with guys, you know. Sometimes people say they're not the good communicators, but I guess in this sense, we're the opposite. And I didn't realize how much I masked, probably with my ministry face and my ministry. I'm fine, I'm good. You know, in ministry, you get over it. You don't get through it. And so with Lando, I get to get through some things. And there are moments where I don't realize that my attitude has changed and that I'm bothered, but I am. And he's like, what's going on? Like, we're going to talk about this. You know, so I think that was something that I didn't know I needed. Wow. I thought I was going to help a guy learn how to communicate. But he helped me learn how to communicate, and that's something very special. And then also, he's not intimidated by who I am, that I'm on a stage, that I'm in a room with mostly guys. Like, that's not, you know what I mean? Obviously, I show him that I'm somebody that he can trust with that. Yeah. But he knew what he was getting into, and that didn't bother him. He loves strong women, and so he empowers me in that. And I think if you're in a place like I am, you definitely need to look for someone who doesn't have those insecurities. Everybody has insecurities, right? But you kind of need to pick the ones that are gonna you can work with.
Right.
So,
is it difficult for you being with someone who does the same thing as you? Is there ever any jealousy with that?
No, but I honestly, neither one of us wanted to date anybody in our industry. Like, no. And it was because I never wanted to date someone that, like, what if I don't like their music? You know?
That's real.
That's crazy.
Right.
What if I don't like their voice?
Right.
I wouldn't be dating them if I didn't like their voice, because that's hard.
Yeah.
I know that seems so shallow,
No,
but you're going to have to support that person.
It's like a lot of people's music is just mid.
Yeah, thanks.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to know what you say about me when I like that. No, I'm playing. I'm playing.
On the pod
I'm playing.
Is a no mid.
Yeah, but like, no, for real. So I liked his music the first time I heard his music, and the guy was like, hey, I want you to meet this guy. I stalked him on Instagram. That's what it is, guys. That's what social media is for.
Right.
I was like, who is this guy?
I hate when people are private. I'm trying to stalk them, you know?
Yeah, no, I was stalking him. Yeah.
Accidentally like an old picture.
What do you
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that?
That's the best.
Anyway.
Yeah, so, and I loved his music. His music made me cry. I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
Do you remember the first time you heard this?
Yes.
His stuff is so like emotional, and you can hear everything he's feeling in every note. And
Yeah, you honestly though.
it's so colorful and beautiful. And so I was really, really thankful that I loved his music.
Really?
But yeah, we just talk through things. You know, I think probably it's more so us exploring what we would look like in a writing setting, or what kind of songs do we write together. But I know couples who tried it and they're like, we don't work well together, so they don't.
Dang.
Yeah, but they have a great marriage.
That's
they had
crazy.
to explore and find out.
Right.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, you feel good?
Yeah.
I feel good. You feel good?
I feel great.
I have
Well, we
one
don't
more
wanna
thing
keep
to
you.
say.
Please.
No, I'm kidding.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Well, the last thing
I
I'm gonna say is if there's anything you want to plug, or like obviously the single's out.
Oh yeah, the single.
Album coming soon, hopefully.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this is what I will say. There were 2 other singles that came out around my single that I couldn't promote because I was like focused on what I was doing with the label.
There's one collab, right?
There's 2. There's
Okay.
one with House Fires that came out. What was it?
I wrote the song.
Be Still and Know.
You wrote it?
Yeah.
No way. That's crazy.
What is that thing again?
What is
I
that
was just
thing?
kidding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I wanted to make sure I asked about the right single, but I was like, I'm pretty sure she's still promoting like
Yeah.
The
the
other ones
main
too.
single, even though there
Yeah.
was like more songs that dropped. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's Be Still and Know, which I love. That song ministers to me. Thank you for writing that song.
Oh, there's a bunch of us.
I didn't write
most
on it.
Beautiful people.
I saw the names. And then I sang a song. I didn't write. I sang a song with Wande that came out. And that song actually did really good. It was on like New Music Friday, and
Let's go.
but it was like around the same
good.
time as mine. So
Yeah.
That's fire.
check them out.
Those are out now.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much. We don't want to keep you. We know you have a breakout to teach or something, right? Or something.
I'm just gonna be on a panel.
Okay.
That's way less pressure than a
Yeah.
breakout.
Breakout
God.
is crazy.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank
It's
you
been
guys for
so
having
fun.
me.
Thanks for taking the time.
Yeah.
It's been
The
so
best.
great.
Thanks for the water.
Oh, of course. Take it with you. I think we're going to
Usually
snag a
don't
quick
feed or
group
give
photo
food.
real
Oh,
quick.
okay,
Love
okay.
you so much.
Oh,
I was in the six, so I had to do